We've been speaking about the three central words of the first Baruch of Shemon Esrei, Yechiel, HaGodol, HaGibor, HaNeirah. And we said that Godol was never under question, referred to the godless of HaKadosh Baruch Hu as is seen in the Bria, whether it's the Grand Canyon or whether it's the cosmos. But Gibor and Neirah was a problem. And it was Anshe Knesset Doyle who restored the meaning to Gibor and Neirah. Nevi'im did not see the Gvura, and they said that we can't say Gibor, because we can't lie to the Baruch Shalom and say Gibor when we don't see it. Anshe Knesset Doyle came along and said, well, he is Gibor, because he's Kovesh es Yitzroi, because he watches what happens to Jews and their destruction, and he restrains himself for the sake of the long-range good that has to come out from this, and therefore he holds himself back. It hurts him more than it hurts us. Neirah was also a problem. Ayena Roisav, where are his Neirois? Nocher Mekakrim Behecholoi. The Goyim are carrying on in the Heichel Hashem. How is it possible? Yaakov Avinu says, Manoira HaMokom Hazeh in Beisel. How awesome this place is. How is it possible that a place where Goy's not allowed to go, where the Kohen Gadol went with great pachad, with great preparations on Yom Kippur? The Goyim are carrying on there, bringing in a Zayna, other things, terrible stories that take place. Do you know what goes on now in the Mokom HaMikdash? I was shocked to hear that when the Crusaders conquered Jerusalem, they chopped off pieces of that rock, the Dome of the Rock. They chopped off pieces and sold it through Europe. The pieces are missing from that rock. That rock, either the Mizbeach stood on it, or the Aron HaKodesh stood on it. It's a shaila exactly how the Beis Mikdash was laid out with that rock. Very likely was the Aron HaKodesh stood on that rock. That was the Even Shasiyah. And they cut off pieces from it. How is that possible? Where is the Neirah? Anshe Knesset Doyle came along and said, but there is Neirah. Look at the survival of the Jewish people. Not the survival of all the Jewish people, but of some of the Jewish people. It's an absolute miracle. It's an absolute miracle. And Oz Yom HaGoyim Higdil Hashem L'Asos Imela. Goyim point to it and point it out as a miracle. They don't understand it. The intelligent Goyim. Look at the youthfulness. Mark Twain starts by speaking about it, and the later people spoke about it. Look at the energy that there is in the Jewish people. Look at the creativity in the Jewish people. Look at the fact that Jewish people are here. Look how many people consider themselves a direct line from what went on 4,000 years ago. It's mamish Neirah. We still talk about Avram, Yitzchok, and Yaakov, our forefathers. Do you know, is there any other nation that talks about, that analyzes the words of George Washington, who was not 4,000 years ago, just practically yesterday? Such an ancient people, we're still here talking about the same things, the same values, standing up for idealistic reasons, for idealistic causes. And we haven't lost our vigor. We lost a third of our people in the Holocaust, and here we are again, as if nothing happened. Yeshivas, kids, learning Torah, Daf Yomi, 90,000 people coming together, as if nothing happened. That's Neirah. That's awesome. It's just awesome. I once said it's not just awesome, but it's also a little frightening to the Goyim who hate us. Why don't they die already? How come they're still alive? Why don't they die? I describe always that I once was a child, cut a worm in half, and both halves crawled away, and I was so scared I ran to my mommy. It didn't die. You expect things to die when you cut them in half. It's just awful. It's so scary. Why aren't we dead? And we're not. We're very much alive. It's unbelievable. That's Neirah. Having seen the Noira, the awesomeness, we have to understand that there is, although the Rebbeinu Shalom has hidden himself in Gibor and controls himself and doesn't allow himself to be fully seen because there's a mask over people's eyes, so there is also a mask over our eyes about Noira as well. But there is a certain amount that shows through it. And if we went to look and we went to see, just like if we go to see the cosmos, we go to see other things, there's a moment when we can see, so too we can see the Noira. If we think about it, the Noira of the survival of Klal Yisrael. After these three Shivachim, we say Kel Elyon, that beyond all the powers that we speak of, Kel Hagodol Hagibor V'Noira, is Kel Elyon. These are just things that show some of the power of the Rebbeinu Shalom. The Rebbeinu Shalom himself is Kel Elyon above all these.